Welcome to this crystal unboxing video. So I just want to point out that I will be going over these pieces individually after the unboxing, so make sure to stick around for that. Usually I tell you where I got this from, but this is from a private auction, so I won't be giving out any of that sort of information. And yeah, other than that, enjoy. So the first piece I unwrapped is this quartz with chlorite inclusion specimen. So I think we all know what quartz is. Chlorite is what's creating this green sort of coloring, and it's really thick. There's a lot of chlorite in such little pieces, right? Of quartz. There's just tons. It's filled with chlorite, except for the tips. For some reason, the tips are just white, so it's completely clear of it. So that's what just caught my eye. That and just the interesting sort of bundle of little tiny crystals that are situated in a way that it stands up and it just juts out. So that's the reason why it caught my eye. It's gonna be a little expensive, well, pretty expensive for what it is, considering this, how small. But yeah, that's because of where usually you find quartz with chlorite inclusions, because it's always in like this huge mountainous regions, right? The French Alps is one region. You'll get the Himalayas is another region, and this comes out of Nepal, actually. I'm not going to try to speak the name. I will put it on screen because I don't want to mispronounce it, and I know I will. So this is also a very high, mountainous region that this comes from. And yeah, because of that, it's going to be expensive. But if you find one that catches your eye, might as well just take advantage of it and, get it, because yeah, it's just really interesting. So the next piece I unwrapped is something I've been just impressed with, and that is the Surasite specimen. So the last auction I was at, I purchased 2 specimens of Surasite and was really impressed, particularly with one of them. Like, it really didn't do it justice seeing it online, but seeing it in real life, like with the naked eye, it was a lot more impressive. Like, definitely, took my breath away. And so I thought, I know that these come in sort of, snowflake shape sometimes. So let me just pick this up because it was a great price. I got a great price on this. And yeah, because I wanted to see what that looked like, in real life. And yeah, definitely looks better actually offline than it does online. The video didn't capture like the rainbow that exists within it. So I don't know if my camera's gonna showcase this rainbow, but it has these impressive rainbows within the crystal of this Surasite, and definitely very fancy, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So I've purchased this, and the locality I will put on screen. It's in the Congo. I will put the exact location on screen because I don't want to mispronounce it. So that is where this comes from. So the next specimen I have kind of looks like a quartz, but it's a entirely different crystal, and that is this datolite specimen. So yeah, datolite looks like it could be a quartz, but it's not. It's its own, completely separated crystal. And so the name comes from the Greek word that means to divide. And so yeah, datolite means to divide, translated from Greek. And it is commonly formed by low to moderate temperature hydrothermal metamorphic or volcanic processes, especially in skarns, basalts, and some low-grade metamorphic rocks. And yeah, it's usually green. Sometimes it could be a pink, maybe a yellowish green, but most of the time it's green, and hence why I love it, because, I love green. It's one of my favorite colors. Yeah, just a really pretty looking crystal. This one comes out of Russia. I'll, again, put the exact location on screen for you. And yeah, it also commonly fluorescents a blue under shortwave UV light. So this next piece is going to be very interesting, and I'll explain in a bit why. It is this iridescent bornonite on arsenopyrite pyrite and quartz specimen. All right, so I'll go over all the little minerals that are included in this piece and then explain why this one in particular is so important. So first, let's go with the bornonite. So bornonite is this steel metallic growth here. This happens to be iridescent. So I don't know if the camera will pick it up because iridescence doesn't really like to show on camera for some reason, but there is a iridescent staining due to the pyrite and arsenopyrite. And if you can see, hopefully, it has a sort of blue, goldish blue tinted color to it. So that's the iridescence, because it's not, it doesn't have bluish color on it, right? It's usually just steel gray. Yeah, so we have that. And bornonite is named in honor of Jacques-Louis Comte de Bornon. I will put his name on the screen so you don't get confused, because I cannot speak French. I don't know French. I only speak English. So he was a crystallographer and mineralogist who, yeah, left France around the French Revolution to England, and eventually he did return to France. But yeah, so that's who this is named after, this specimen, this mineral, I mean. So we have that, and then we have the arsenopyrite. Arsenopyrite usually is silver white to steel gray, or may have a slight yellow appearance. And you could tell the difference between the pyrite and the arsenopyrite because the arsenopyrite are these little tiny goldish crosses, right? That's not pyrite, that's arsenopyrite. But of course it looks very similar to pyrite. It's just you could tell the difference when it comes to the shape of it. And part of the composition of arsenopyrite is why it's different than pyrite, even if they look very similar in some instances. This here is the pyrite, the one that's not in these, you know, X-shaped features. This is the pyrite. So they look very, very similar, right? So one of the different makeups of arsenopyrite is, you could probably guess what it is, arsenic, right? There's arsenic in it. Again, don't worry, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to leach arsenic onto you or anything like that. Yeah, it's stable. It's a stable mineral. But the reason why the bornonite has iridescence on it, iridescent stain on it, is due to probably the arsenopyrite, because arsenopyrite really is easy to leach and create the iridescence. It happens a lot, so it's not uncommon when it comes to this mineral if it's surrounding other minerals as well, right? All right. And then obviously we have the quartz. I think we all know what quartz is. Fairly simple, right? Okay. So that is what contains all the minerals within this one specimen. So why is it so interesting? One of the reasons why it's so interesting is because this was a museum piece. So this is now officially my second mineral piece within a private collection. This was mined in Greece. I will put the exact location down on the screen for you. And it was mined in 1995, so quite a long time ago. And yeah, so I will show you the name of the collector who owned this piece, because I can't pronounce anything. If it's not in English, I'm not going to know it very well, okay? So it's just easier if I give it to you on screen. So this is the collector, and his collection contained this piece. So that's what makes it really interesting, right? I love it when I find different museum collector pieces for sale, because you usually don't see them everywhere, right? So, but the group I'm affiliated with does collect museum pieces from collectors for various, you know, reasons. And yeah, when I see that, I usually am like, ooh, right? If I can afford it, I will get it if it's something that, you know, interests me. And I don't have any bornonite in my collection yet, or arsenopyrite. So yeah. Then the next piece that I unwrapped is something I'm extremely excited in receiving, and that is this malachite on calcite and shattuckite specimen. So what makes this piece really, exciting for me at least, is the shattuckite, because I don't have any and I love it. It's pretty rare. I mean, it's not extremely rare. I've got rare things in my collection already, but I don't have shattuckite or shattuckite. Shattuckite. I sometimes have a problem saying it, but yeah, there's a lot of different minerals out there, and sometimes they have the oddest names. So I'll try to, make sure I don't mispronounce the actual name of this mineral. It's the blue stuff you see here. It's kind of looks almost fuzzy. That's just the form that it takes. And yeah, it's just really beautiful, and it's just not very common, so you don't really see it out there that often. And when I saw this, and I saw the malachite on top of it too, like, look how thick this is and chunky. Just a big scoop of malachite. And malachite is one of my favorite minerals of all time, right? It's in my top 5. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, oh, I need it. And I'm so happy I was able to actually claim it and have it now in my collection. So yeah, what is shattuckite? Well, the name it comes from, that it's named after, is where it was first discovered, the locality, which is Shattuck Mine in Arizona, so in the US. This whole, by the way, it's also a rare secondary copper silicate, which sometimes can be confused with plancheit, but it's not. This is shattuckite. And yeah, this piece comes actually out of Namibia, so definitely not the US. It's in Africa. I will show the exact locality on screen because I'm not going to try to pronounce any of it. Yeah, so just really thrilled to have this piece in my collection now. All right, then the next specimen I unwrapped is this rhodochrosite on quartz with galena and pyrite specimen. So I have all of these sort of minerals in my collection already. I just don't have them all together, all looking like this. I just thought it was kind of cute. It looks like a bunch of just puffballs of rhodochrosite that has grown, and I just liked it. So no new minerals here. I have them all in various sort of, constructs. In some specimens, some were carved. But yeah, so where's the galena? Well, it's actually at the bottom. See here? There's the small amounts of galena that you can see sort of poking out of the bottom of the specimen. And the pyrite is actually here, kind of wedged in between the puffballs of rhodochrosite. So I won't really need to go into all of the, composition and, of the actual, mineral. Won't need to give out any details. I've already done this in my previous videos of unboxings and my collection, videos. So yeah. So this comes out of Bulgaria. And now I'm going to put on screen exact location, the exact locality, because I don't want to mispronounce anything again. So yeah, I just thought it was really nifty looking and it caught my eye and I was interested, so I picked it up. So we're now at the end, and I'm just going to show you my last specimen I unwrapped, and that is this azurite and malachite with cerussite growth specimen. And again, all 3 of these minerals I have in my collection already. However, I don't have them all together in this particular way. So I don't have a azurite with malachite and with cerussite. I have them in other forms. with other minerals. But yeah, I just loved it. And I love the fact that these are little snowflake growth cerusites. See how they grow sometimes in the snowflake variety? So I did pick up that one piece of cerusite that you saw earlier. And I wanted to pick this up too because it's very, very smaller cerusite growths here, but it is the snowflake growth. And I just love that snowflake growth. And it's just a really hefty piece, but it's beautiful. And yeah, this came out of the Congo, by the way. So again, I will go ahead and put that on screen so I don't mispronounce the name. And yeah, this is just, yeah, I love this piece. And again, I love malachite. You cannot tempt me not to buy any more malachite. I have a lot of malachite and I'll probably keep on buying more malachite if I find something that speaks to me. So yeah. And that is everything. So this is all that I unboxed for today. I'm going to be filming another unboxing right after this one because I already have it. A package that came to my place. And that kind of makes me nervous because I don't have much room left. I need to get another shelf, another display shelf to garner some more space. So my shelves are pretty full, really full of the crystals that I've gotten for my collection. So I'm going to have to try to pick that up before I, plan to buy and unbox and unwrap anything else because it's getting pretty tight. So, but I do have room for a shelf. I just don't have any room on my shelves that I have now. So yeah, hopefully that'll be soon because then I can keep on unboxing for you all. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye!